Salute, this is Lawrence D. Adams. Today I'm going to share something that just happened to me. I was at the mall and there was a young man that was sitting at a table with a seemingly slightly older woman. She had a notebook and she had a pencil, and the young man was dressed in all black young man. He had waves, well groomed. He had on a black jacket. And she was giving him the business. And I'm listening to this, and as I'm walking past, he didn't say much. He shook his head, and she was telling him, if I have to talk to you like this again, and she was just going in. So I went up the escalators, walked around the food court, and I was able to trace where they were originated from. Well, they were part of a store here in Cleveland. I'm not going to name the store. And the young man walked into the store, and the seemingly older lady walked in the store with him. Well, they worked at the store. I guess he was one of the attendants, and she was the manager. But what triggered me was the way that she spoke to him. Even if he was completely dead wrong, it's just the manner and the attitude of belittling him in a public setting out in the open. So what I did was I went up the escalator and I went down the other escalator and I went into the store. Now they have shoes. If you don't know me, I like shoes, and I was looking for really another pair of shoes, and I seen the young man. I stopped him. By that time, the young lady had stepped outside. She had to go make a phone call. And I said, listen, young man, don't you ever allow anybody to speak to you like that again. You are a man, a young man. I said, I'm older than you. You're probably old enough to be my son, and found out he was 20 years old. I said, don't you ever let anybody disrespect you like that again. You handle yourself good, which was you didn't get out of hand. You didn't get emotional. But you don't allow anybody to speak to you like that. And then I say, you have greatness inside of you. You're designed to do things great. And I begin to speak some other affirmations and affirming his manhood. He stuck his hand out and shook my hand. He said, thank you. I needed that. Sometimes we don't know where we will be at in the course of life, in the course of a day. And for me to pick up on that, and it ripped through me. I felt it. It was like waves of how she talked to him. And I was like, she ain't but too much older than he is. Even if I believe she was the manager or supervisor, you don't talk to your employees like that. Especially you don't talk to a man like that. And I was really doubly down on you don't talk to a black man like that. And but I spoke life back into him. I want you to realize that even in the course during your day, there will be situations where you have to use wisdom. I use wisdom, so pay attention to what I'm saying. I had to look at the context of everything that was going on, because I didn't know the nature of it. I didn't know the nature of their relationship nor of the conversation, but I knew enough to go back and speak life into this young man. You never know what he was going through, or how he felt, or how he was belittled. He held his head up, but I know he was disappointed, especially for somebody like me to recognize it and see it. And so my point of this, we always talking about us receiving something, but life is about a cycle, and that cycle is about receiving and giving. We're receiving more, and then we are giving out more. So I had to learn today. I've received a lot, but it was my time to pour back on some boy I don't even know his name. I didn't even get his name. But my words planted seeds in his life that would germinate and cause him to be an outstanding young man. So with that being said, leave, like, comment, and let me know what you think about this story.